Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to study about the most attractive part of the plant, that is flower. Flower is the most attractive part of the flowering plant. Flowers are very important plant parts as they help in reproduction. In different plants, flowers vary in size, shape, color, and odor, but they possess the same basic structure. Functions of the flower are: number 1, reproduction. As flower is the reproductive organ of the plant, it helps in producing more of their kind and help in formation of flowers and seeds. Secondly, flowers they also act as source of food. Some flowers are edible while others provide nectar to the insects. Flower is attached to the stem by a stalk called pedicel. On the basis of presence or absence of pedicel, flowers are categorized as pedicellate flowers or sessile flowers. Pedicellate flowers are attached to the stem by the help of a pedicel, for example, rose and hibiscus, whereas certain flowers like bottlebrush they do not bear a pedicel and are known as sessile flowers. The uppermost part of the stalk is somewhat swollen. This swollen part of the pedicel is known as thalamus. Other parts of the flower are arranged in rings or whorls on the thalamus. A typical flower has 4 whorls. Outer 2 whorls consist of accessory or non-sexual parts called sepals and petals, also known as calyx or corolla. The inner 2 whorls consist of essential organs or the sexual organs known as the stamen and pistil. A flower which consists of all 4 whorls is called a complete flower. For example, mustard, hibiscus, rose. Some flowers do not have all 4 whorls and are called incomplete flowers. For example, mulberry and date palm. Let us study about these 4 whorls in detail. First of all, we will study about the accessory or the non-sexual parts, that is, sepals and petals. The green leaf-like parts in the outermost whorl are called sepals. Collectively, they are known as calyx. The major function of the sepal is to protect the flower during the bud stage and support the petals when the flower blooms. Some flowers like the Tura and China rose bear united or fused sepals, whereas flowers like mustard and rose bear free sepals. Next to the sepals are petals, which are collectively known as corolla. They are usually brightly colored due to the presence of colored pigments in day blooming flowers, or white and often scented in the night blooming flowers. Their major function is to attract insects and birds for pollination. Like sepals, petals may also be fused or free. For example, in flowers like bluebell, the petals are fused, while those of rose, aster, etc., the petals are free. Now let us discuss about the sexual or the essential parts of the flower, that is, stamen and pistil. Inner to the petals is the whorl of stamens. Stamens are the male reproductive part of the flower. Each stamen consists of a thin green stalk called filament, with a knob-like structure called anther. An anther is a bilobed structure. Each lobe of the anther consists of two pollen sacs filled with pollen grains. These fine dust-like pollen grains contain male gametes and help in reproduction. In the center of the flower is a flask-shaped organ called pistil or carpel. It is the female reproductive part of the flower. A pistil consists of three parts. The basal swollen part of the pistil is called ovary. The short tube-like upper part is called style, and a knob-like structure present at the tip of the style is called stigma. Stigma receives pollen grains from the anthers during pollination. Inside the ovary are small bead-like structures called ovules. Ovary and ovules finally develop into fruit and seeds respectively. A large variety is seen in the structure of flowers in different plants. The number of sepals, petals, stamens, and pistil may be different in different flowers. That's it for today, students. Now let us try to solve the NCERT question answers.